We're good?
Switching it over. Hello. Welcome. This is Halgia D&D. Um, we thank anybody who has decided to stop by and watch this program. Uh, this is essentially a homebrew game of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. And thank you very much. Who are you people?
I'm Louis, token Brit, as always, and I'm playing Ryan, the human fighter.
Hi, Adam, best beard in the campaign, playing Faye Dalton, the warlock, half-elf.
I am Jackie. I actually have the best beard in the campaign, and I am playing Mickey, the ASMR warlock.
I'll fight you.
Shots fired. What you gonna do?
I am Kira. I play a Tabaxi rogue named Hush.
And I am Micah. I play an Eladrin rogue named Quinn.
And I'm RJ, the Dungeon Master. My beard is often neglected and forgotten amongst all its greatness.
It's okay. I still appreciate your beard, RJ.
Oh yeah, it's
It is now the second longest in the campaign
Work in
after I
progress.
shaved mine yesterday. So
third. You forgot about Jackie's.
yeah, but if we talk about like length of beard, not beard to height ratio.
Listen,
Oh boy.
I'm gonna hit a growth
Well.
spurt one of these days, and y'all are gonna get fucked.
Ooh. Pack
Oh,
on
boy.
2 inches and hit 5'3".
That's
Let's play
generous.
some D&D, guys.
Sorry, I think that's 130 centimeters for you.
We are a very distractible group today. So in our last adventure, we had a nice, calm, quiet scene in the Brass Tracks Tavern in Rylae, where you listened to a bard play, did not confront some hecklers to said bard. You discovered some things, Ryan specifically discovering a strange man with later to have been found to have a strange invention on his person, and the bartender not liking that so much. You guys had a nice conversation around the table. You played the Ryan, you did a lot of stuff in the last session, but you played the old Rylae cab game and won, and as a prize were given a bottle of Desert Roll, a special liquor. You're gonna have to just type it in and I'll send you what it actually does. You were also given, after having a conversation about Mr. Dugan, an old coin from an earlier form of currency in Rylae, with a picture of a brass dragon on it. Let's see, what else did you do in the tavern? Faye, you drank a lot of really crappy ales.
I did.
At your request. During such a time, Hush, you were given a note by a halfling server alerting you that there was somebody who wore a similar banner to the one that you wear half strapped around your shoulder as a cloak. And you decided to pursue that endeavor. Before bed, Hush, you did go and talk to the Furbolg known as Enno, and found that this person was scared and in hiding, and that they were not ready to come to your aid if you were called. They did give you some information about somebody who has something quite powerful and intends to build an army with it. And then you guys went to sleep, waking up for your meeting with Rista in the morning. Mickey, you were out there first and foremost, drawing a picture of the Brass Tracks Tavern, the flat, and the teacup tower, not noticing that Hush snuck out the door and pulled the boards off of the abandoned tower, scaled the tower, got inside, all unseen, and pulled a little journal with some pictures on it out of an old abandoned desk. Then rejoining you and giving you some advice about how to keep your head on a swivel when you're out in the middle of the street so that you can see people coming, as Hush was able to sneak up on you. Ryan, you were given a set of smith's tools and an unfinished breastplate by Krunda, your smith master, and she basically said, I probably expect that you're not coming back, but here, try to work on this in your downtime. Faye, you had a dream during your rest, a dream of standing on a celestial body and crashing into the ocean, swallowing Rylae under its endless waves. And that was a good dream for you.
It was a wonderful dream.
And Quinn, you finally joined the party after watching Faye cure a hangover and just sitting quietly in the corner and wanting to be the last one to join. You stepped into conversation with Rista, where she had shared with you that there would be further travel to this plan and that she intends on sending you to a place that's 6 to 10 days travel one way. And it's a place that she had briefly stumbled on before, but before she could get too deep into it, she raised the flower, a sphere, a little orb of light surrounded her, and she exited, and the door closed behind her. She has offered you each 100 gold pieces and some crafting components to go on this near 2-week journey, or more than 2-week journey, depending on how you do. But in the meantime, she has said that you are welcome to stay here through Celestium and take care of whatever affairs you need to, and suggested that maybe you should bring the information you found about the asylum and their experiments to the Rylae Insight, and that she would call in a favor for you. Which she did. She gave you a letter stating, under her father's name, that she's calling in her favor, and the advisor to the populace, Ornstein Pennybrook, will take a meeting with you. Hush, you decided to stay behind, talking to Rista and reading some books on botany and on necromancy, and giving her a bit of a questioning as you went along. And the rest of you traveled by a cab to Ornstein Pennybrook's home, where you now have been called into a meeting. And as you sit in this room with the halfling, he sort of impatiently faces all of you down, all these clockwork structures kind of like hung as decorations on his walls. He looks forward and says, "So, I appreciate you coming, and this is going to be considered a favor paid. But first I need to know what it is you want."
We happened upon an old correction facility in over here, which had been lost as one of the inmates went mad. We just wanted to tell you about this, that it's found. It was hiding in plain sight, as one might say. I wanted to let you know about that, and if there was any investigation required to other such facilities that have maybe been lost time.
A correction facility for
Batagis, mostly.
untrainable workers. Oh, yes. Facility was shut down. What more is there to talk about?
Was it shut down or abandoned? Because I've got these notes that seem to suggest it was abandoned
As
more
far
than
as
shut
I know,
down.
it was shut down.
Well, here, have a look. I'll pass all the notes over that I took from the desk. Private journal,
You
the
see him
letter.
kind of adjust his spectacles. The eyes. Okay. You see him kind of adjust his spectacles. The eyes kind of swallowed backwards as he pulls them forwards, just a little bit. He reads. So there's a work order for. That's very strange. I talked to the supervisor myself, and he said that it was being shut down, not necessary anymore. Mission accomplished.
Seems your supervisor was lying.
Are there any other shut down facilities that you're aware of?
Not that I'm aware of. There are maybe one or two others that sort of do the same thing. Make sure that the workers feel like they can work and continue their construction plans, continue making our city tick, understanding their importance. But they don't need to be shut down. Serve a rightful purpose.
Are there other active facilities that are still out there under the same leadership, supervisor, management? Like, what happened to the supervisor? Was he reassigned?
As far as I know, the supervisor is perhaps assisting. I didn't really check. I just figured they were assisting another facility, and no matter. I know where the supervisor lives. I know the name. Perhaps you could go and ask him a few questions. This information is extremely disturbing. We offer counseling and repurposing and reimagining your purpose within the city system here, not experiments and mind experiments. And certainly don't want our bit tuggy friends throwing down, as it were.
It might be worth
Maybe-
looking into these other active facilities as well to make sure that the goings on there are what you're expecting.
You wouldn't want this to be more widespread than just a single institute, would you? Doesn't look good.
You guys, I have a little bit of bad news. I have to disconnect and reconnect.
Yup.
At least he warned us before he did it.
At least
D
you
it down.
Hold on.
Gave us
Time
a
to
1
enjoy
second.
ourselves, guys.
All right. No
I'm leaving the
TOs.
volume on, but I put the intermission screen on.
Strangely enough, I'm just sitting here relieved, like, oh, thank God.
Where's
Well,
the
thank
technical
you guys for
difficulties?
I
joining
gotta
us.
say, I'm a
We are
little
currently
upset that Hunter's
experiencing
in
some
here.
technical difficulties. If you can please hold.
Who's putting it in chat? Who's putting the technical difficulties?
do 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 do.
Please hold for technical difficulties.
Operators are standing by.
We appreciate your call. Please remain on the line, and someone will be right with you.
I will not be humming elevator
You are
music.
currently caller number 5 in 9. Estimated wait time is 35 minutes.
Oh,
I am
Your
disconcerted about
call
how
is
good you
important
are
to
at
us.
that.
Please stay on the line until an associate can be with you.
yeah, right.
This call
You
being
spend
monitored.
you spend enough
You speak
time
from
in
you speak from experience, and I am so sorry.
yeah. I know
Look at all them
those
fresh
calls
emotes in
too long.
there.
Mm-hmm.
God, quiet.
Meanwhile, Hush is just reading books.
Yep.
Hush,
I was
Good
saying a little
lord.
sad that she's not here. A little sad. It makes
Uh-oh,
sense.
God's back.
I
All right,
promise
hold on,
you, but it's
everyone.
a little sad.
Everyone
Okay.
panic!
God's back.
I'm gonna have to screen share. Are we still on stream?
I just put the intermission screen on.
Our
So,
volume is
like,
still on, so we're
yes,
still
our volume
chatting.
is still on, so go ahead and swear all you want.
Okay. My internet was being weird, and then my computer crashed, and I had this horrible sound in my headphones, and I couldn't hear you talking. So
No, you were kind of
That-
Yeah,
like
your
lagging
internet
a
was
little bit.
was like real bad. Yeah, you were lagging
Yeah.
a lot.
Alright, we back.
yeah, it was acting a little funny. I hope it doesn't continue to do that. Right. Well,
Hi.
Anyway.
sorry about the technical difficulties. There may be more to come, but we'll see. So you were saying maybe you should check in on some of the other facilities.
Yes, and you mentioned that you were going to give us the supervisor's address.
Yep.
And name, which sounds great.
So the supervisor is Mr. Garlow, and he lives in the invention ward, just south of the insight ward, near the wall of that separates the Wonder Ward. I'll mark it on your map here, and he marks a little space. Well, you guys don't have the Rylae map. Hush has
I
it.
do.
I
No,
can
Hush
see
gave it to us.
We took it off her when we
Yeah,
left.
I gave it to them, so
So we
I won't be
definitely
needing
have
it.
I don't think I
Oh,
actually
right.
have anything. Ryan has it.
Okay, cool.
I have it
Yes.
pulled up on my screen.
So he does mark a spot on the map where you can travel to. It's actually not far from where you are.
Cool.
So here's what I will do. I will send folks to investigate the other two facilities on the one that you are already in. Make sure that, everything is on the up and up. Would that be all right with my esteemed guest? As he slams the metal arms down on the table in gesture.
Well, we don't want a diplomatic problem to come about from our findings, do we? Not be good for the city.
Well then, what else is it that I can do for you? You have more questions? I'm a very busy person. Celestium is coming up. I would like to pay my favor back. But I'll need you to act quickly.
I actually do have one question that's a little off topic, if you don't mind. I'm rather new to the city myself, and looking at this map, I'm fascinated because I come from the Delvani Isles, and how do you manage to water everyone here? Like, where does everyone get their water from in the middle of a desert? Is that like a lake that I see on the map, a river or something?
It is a desert oasis.
Oh.
There is a low point in the cliff sides near the coast that storms actually do pass through, where many times the cliffs are so high that storms cannot. Thus, the desert.
Huh.
But there is an oasis here, um, a low point where water gathers, and we have irrigation for that water to pass freely about the city.
Ooh. I would hate to be the guards that have to patrol that. That seems like it's a rather vital and important part.
And just what are you implying?
Oh, it's just like I said, I come from the Isles where, there's water everywhere, and to just come to such a dry, barren place, it's just a shock to me. And so I can imagine how something that must be such a scarcity, but where I come from, it's everywhere, must be so important to the city.
Yes, of course it is.
Uh,
Everybody needs to drink water, wash things with water.
I'm sorry. I meant no offense. I was just very curious on how such a city could flourish in such a dry place. And I thank you for helping me. It was nice information exchange. Thank you.
A pleasure.
What do you know about the star that's disappeared?
Same as everyone else, nothing. But it hasn't seemed to have affected us. Just very much hoping we have a moonrise in 2 days.
Is the dog also part of this? No.
Yes. Now she is.
Can he realize that?
Is there anyone in the insight that would know more about the star?
I would say has this been pulled up? Okay, hold on. Am I still... Oh, my computer is not having a good time.
Yeah, I mean,
Still
you're
good.
lagging
Am I
a
still
little bit. You're still on. We can still hear you.
Yeah.
There's just
Yeah,
bit
you're a
of
little
lag.
laggy.
Okay.
Bark.
Bork, 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 bork.
Bork, bork. I would say the best I can surmise is you should talk to Lydia. She is the advisor of the arts, but perhaps with all that artistic painting and things like that, maybe she knows something about celestial bodies. Not so sure.
There's no astronomer on the insight?
No.
Okay.
But there is an astronomer who keeps the Stargazer's Citadel, maintains and calibrates the equipment. If you'd like to talk to them.
Would it be possible to get a letter from you to chat to them?
Roll for persuasion. Who wants to back up Brian on this?
I'll help. I'll help. I'll help.
With advantage, I'm guessing.
Or both of you can roll.
Do you want to go, Mickey?
Yep, I'll
Go on.
roll. Ooh, 23.
Better than my 11.
I'll just give the puppy dog guys.
You just give puppy dog eyes.
Yeah.
He looks over. He's like, fine. Gestures to one of his guards who kind of reaches into a desk, like pulls open a drawer and a pad and ink and quill. Permission, have a conversation. Here you go. And hands over a letter.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Any investigation on this is useful for us.
The person's name is Miss Caroline.
Miss Caroline. Anyone else got anything? Quinn?
Is there anything you can tell us about this Mr. Garlow that might be useful in trying to get information from him?
Don't harm Mr. Garlow, first of all. Lives alone. There's no family. Half elven. Keeps to himself mostly. Deeply involved in research.
Don't worry, no harm will come to Mr. Harlow.
Has quite a library. Has some gadgets. Some little mechanical things. Same as I have. Little trinkets that move around and help him with daily chores and stuff. That sort of thing.
It'd be useful. Thank you.
So, is there anything else?
I mean, I think we've learned all we need to know. Just anybody else?
Will there be a compensation for our information?
Huh. Interesting. I suppose. Now, you're going to be doing work for the city itself on city behalf, since you have been talking to me, or do you intend to do this work privately, as privateers?
Well, if we do this work on behalf of you, people might find out about this, whereas if it's a bunch of privateers...
Private contractors, I think, is probably the way to go.
Yeah, there's a bit more deniability.
So, how about this? We'll keep currency away from the deal, and instead, maybe I can, as a gesture of good faith, give you, as a group, some kind of gift.
No, I love presents.
What do you have in
Mickey's
mind?
attention just kind of perks up all of a sudden. Gifts? I heard gifts.
Yes, I have very many clockwork things. Gifts that may be useful or fun. Does that sound reasonable?
Yep, we'll take it.
After the job is done.
Oh.
We'll go chat to Mr. Harlow and...
What are we doing
I'm
exactly?
not just going to take my things and run off.
No, of course not.
You...
Actually,
Oh, let me remind you of the conversation we had just a moment ago. You are going to speak with the supervisor of the remotivation asylum that you investigated in the first place,
Okay.
and see what was going on. What were the purpose of these experiments? Why were they being performed? And why was the asylum abandoned in the first place?
That sounds like a lot, but okay, sure, yeah, that sounds fun. What do you think, you guys?
Well, we've already agreed to this, so
Oh,
Yeah, we kind of already agreed. Yeah.
Okay.
concentration, Mickey. Come on, we can get there.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, we will go have a chat with this man and know what we find out.
Excellent.
Shall
Now-
we just tell the guards that we're here to see you again when we come back? They'll know who we are.
Oh, they'll know.
Okay.
So, let me escort you to the door, and we'll consider this a favor paid. Thank you very much for your visit, and hope to see you somewhere in the crowd at Celestia.
I'm sure we will.
He escorts you toward the door with his guardship. Before he does, he kind of leans to one of them. Ryan, you catch him gazing at one of your party members and whispering something toward the. You have the highest passive insight, right?
15, yeah.
Yeah. Whispering something toward the guard, and the guard kind of like nodding in acknowledgement.
Who is he looking at? Or could I not tell?
Roll for perception.
19.
19. He's looking at Faye.
What? Shut.
And you even catch a piece of the whisper where he utters something along the lines of, put word out, curious about intentions.
Okay.
And you are escorted back outside of the gates and back into the streets of Rylae. And meanwhile, Hush, as you are finishing up your research with Rista, is there anything that you would like to, anything else you'd like to talk to her about or do while you're deep in these books? You already rolled for your copy of the notes and everything.
Yeah. So what time is it actually?
At this point, nearing 11 o'clock, noon, somewhere in that range.
She's going to see if she can get a hold of her friends. See if she can find them.
Okay. So you're done with that and you intend to all meet back up.
Yep.
Alrighty. Why don't all, and what do you guys intend to do while you're out here?
So should we immediately go for this interrogation, or should we go collect the cat first?
I miss Hush. I think we should
It
go
might be-
find her.
Please
cat.
select me.
The cat. Feel slightly derogatory, but
Yeah, I feel like she might.
She doesn't mind it.
But
I've
The,
called her
uh,
enough to her face.
the idea behind it I can get behind. So, yeah.
let's go get her.
All right.
Should we take a cab, or do we want to
I mean,
walk or cab?
I think your cabs are super fun. I'd love to ride another one.
Cab it is then. I'll hail a
On
cab
it!
down. Yeah. Oh, Mickey will hail the cab down.
I'm not about to do a repeat performance of last time. I hail the cab.
Okay.
How do you hail the cab, Mickey?
F off, mate.
A cab pulls up, older human woman driving it. Would you all like a ride?
Yes, please.
Hop on in. And you take a cab ride back toward Rista's flat.
I was really hoping it'd be
um,
the same cab driver.
God, if only.
Oh no, I gotta wait a few sessions to reintroduce
Mm,
NPCs as a surprise.
that's
So, I'll ask Hush to make a survival check, as you said you are going in pursuit to look for the party, and we're going to spend the rest of the session looking for each other.
Yeah, she's gonna pass us because we're in a cab. She's on foot.
Oh no.
The
Yep.
whole thing.
Mickey's just hanging her head out the window, yelling her name.
Two ships passing in the night.
Hush!
What was your
I mean,
roll?
hush!
4.
A 4?
Yup.
Hush has heat stroke. Failed survival.
Rip.
You try to use some of the back alleys to like dart around and look curiously or peek around the corners to see if you can find your party, but you're having not so much luck. And eventually you just hear this screaming as a cab goes flying past you. And you just hear your name being yelled.
Hush!
She will do the best that she can to follow.
You chase on after the cab. It's pretty fast, but you
Wait a
have your
minute,
feeling.
is it 80 feet of movement fast?
Like per 6 seconds?
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, you could probably keep up with it.
Are we
Cool.
about to...
Mickey's just like, oh, hey! Hey,
I was
Hush! Hey!
I was hoping Hush was going to hop in and be like, follow that cab.
Oh, missed opportunity.
Yeah.
You do catch up to the cab, stop it, and Hush is out of breath, but you guys all get back to it.
Oh, hey! You
I have
found
to give it
us!
to you, Mickey. I wasn't expecting that to actually work.
Yeah, neither did I.
I'm
And
very
yet
good at
here we
finding
are.
people.
Yes, shouting their name whilst going through in a cab is a surefire way.
Someone's gonna hear it.
Yeah.
It's usually going to be the
Tactful.
person intended.
As we know, Mickey
Okay.
is all about that tact.
Okay. So, I finished what I had to do. Did you finish what you had to do? I'm so tired.
Do you have asthma?
What's asthma?
Well, luckily,
No,
we have
I
a
just
whole
spent
cab
the
ride
last
back
5 minutes
where
trying
you
to
can
catch up to you guys in a moving vehicle that I've never seen before.
Oh.
So yes,
Speaking
excuse
of,
me.
I'm gonna kind of like wave to the cab driver. Sorry, can we go back the way we came?
Yeah, we need to
Like,
go
right
to
where you
this
picked us
place. And point to the map and be like, we need to go here.
Oh, sure, love. I can take you there.
Thanks.
The fare
meeting.
for these cab rides together would be about 2 gold.
I'll cover that.
That does not include gratuity.
Oh, they always want gratuity.
We really should start paying these people a minimum wage instead of relying on tips for
Union,
their earnings.
union.
Ryan!
Unionize!
This is our next goal, guys. New side quest.
Fantasy Uber decides to unionize.
Every time they
we've
try to
we've already
unionize,
made
they
best
just get
friends with the other cab driver. So
every time they try to unionize, they just get thrown in the asylums and re-educated
this is
on
true.
city
The
duty.
education camps.
So, she takes you to the address listed on the map that Ornstein gave you. As you approach, it's a not such a humble building. It's actually looks to be inhabited by someone quite wealthy. There are, even as far as like statues, like dragon and snake statues outside, like a large garden in the front, and a lot more brass on the building than normal. Very well decorated. The door itself is a finely made, looks like imported wood, with a reddish color to it. What do you guys want to do?
Hey,
So,
Mickey, you knocked so well last time.
Yep.
feel that's the best way of getting in.
All right,
There's no
I'm
need
on
to-
it again.
There's no need to sneak around, I think.
So why are we at some bigwig's house again?
This is the supervisor of the facility we investigated.
Oh,
And we were sent here by a member of the Insight Committee to inquire as to what was going on.
uh-huh. All right. That can't be too bad. Although I'm going to say this right now, I cannot promise that I will not punch him in the mouth.
Please, if you feel you're going to punch him in the mouth, just step back and take a deep breath. Or punch me.
We
No.
You
were
know, I can
I
take
will
it.
wait. I will wait for a suitable explanation as to why he thought that experimenting on perfectly operable citizens was a good idea. So
I
I'll
mean-
wait for him to talk, then I'll talk, and then consequences will follow,
We
depending
are
on what
not
he
to
says.
hurt him.
We're not supposed to?
We
Nope.
were implicitly told not to hurt him, but if you know a way to hurt him without leaving marks,
Now, psychological trauma is very different from physical trauma, but let's
If
try
only
not to
one
do
of you
that either.
played an enchanter wizard.
Or a soul knife?
Yeah.
That would have been really handy. It's like, okay, fine. Whoever told you to do this, or advised you not to hurt him, I suppose I can play the diplomat for a little while. But if things go awry, you already expect me to do what I have to do.
I will stand between you and him so that no harm comes to him. Don't worry, I'll probably be agreeing with you.
It's just kind of hard, having seen this happen. Did you went and met with, what was his name again?
Orenstein.
Ornstein? Did he even know what was going on?
He did not. He seemed surprised.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right.
That's why we're here to interrogate.
And what would you like to do?
Mickey?
She walks up to the door and gives a hearty knock.
Just a moment.
She knocks again.
You hear a voice. I said just a moment.
Hello?
You hear some shuffling of feet as someone approaches to the door and opens it kind of assertively and looks in your face. Can I help you? It's a half-elven gentleman, fine robes.
Yeah, hi. Guys, why are we here again?
We
Quinn.
came here. Oh,
Hush.
yeah, Quinn.
Anyone?
Yep. So we came here on the advisory of Ornstein. We have come to speak with, what was his name again?
Mr. Garlow. I'm assuming you are that person?
Adjusts his robes. I am Mr. Garlow. And may I ask why you are interrupting my lunch and speaking to me on behalf of a member of the Insight?
We investigated the re-education facility that you ran.
I think, as he kind of looks around, perhaps we should do this inside.
I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Well, come in then. And he turns around and walks into the home. As you go about, you do notice one animated little clockwork.
Oh,
Clockwork
That's-
walk.
we will never know.
Never know.
oh, okay.
An animated clockwork.
Could be anything, guys.
Oh my god.
Who knows?
I am so sorry. I don't know what is happening to this thing today.
It's okay.
Hey, it happens,
Okay.
man.
I just gotta fix my stuff.
You good?
This is
Yep.
going to be fun watching this back.
It's fine.
I'm not screen sharing anymore, right?
You are not.
Nope.
No.
Okay. Am I back? Am I doing
You
okay?
are back. I just
Yes,
left.
you're
Seem
okay.
fine.
Getting everything organized. Okay, we good. We good.
Okay. So, you see a little device walking around on two legs that's it's got like a single eyeball that kind of like peers around, and there's even this little like aura that comes out of its gaze, and as it's looking around, it kind of like walks over to a table and kind of stands on the table. You do notice a very long um, noble looking table with 8 chairs at it. There are a few rooms to either side, and he walks over to the head of the table. He says, well, I was just sitting for lunch. Would you all care for? I mean, I don't have much. I am only one person to eat with, so.
That's
Please.
okay. We don't want to take your food.
Yes, I'm all right. Thanks.
We
Love
hopefully
it.
won't
The
be here for
seats should
that
be
long.
fine.
There should be a
shouldn't
quick
keep you long.
conversation, hopefully.
Excellent. Have a seat.
Yeah.
So, you're coming to ask about the abandoned facility.
Indeed. I found your journal. Why were you running experiments on the Batagi?
Write out and say it.
Well, sometimes you have to resort to more modern measures of getting workers to do their jobs rather than relying on old methods. Of course, progress is our focus.
I would say that one of them going insane probably denotes a failure of this.
That is inconclusive, considering creatures have free will, didn't really like the circumstances they were up against, and decided to essentially rage quit and storm about, breaking people with their fists, and what an ugly thing.
If creatures have free will, why do they need re-education?
Oh, to remind them of their duty and purpose to the city and how important they are.
So, then why isn't the facility open if you don't consider it a failure?
Of course, it was abandoned because Ibitagi decided it was time to destroy, and we didn't want everyone to perish.
So why then did you tell Orenstein that you'd shut the facility down and mission was accomplished?
If I'm being honest, they would never have checked anyway. There was no reason for anyone to go back there. Apparently, you sought reason.
So, let me get this straight. You went outside of your command to attempt theoretical things on a creature with free will that powers most of the things that we use. Should this, say, happen to get into the public domain, your name would be right on the top.
Oh dear. That would be such a tragedy. If you think I violated some kind of law, why don't you go ahead and put me in handcuffs, or better yet, restrain me, kill me,
Oh, yeah. Just want to check if there's any information you have. Or if you feel any sort of feeling of, I don't know, morality. But clearly, that's not something that crosses your mind.
Faye's gonna laugh at this and go, morality? He was so concerned about it killing other people that he decided the best thing to do was just lock a dangerous creature in the middle of a residential section and just go, not my problem.
And even then, we still found a fresh body that's still sitting there,
Oh, there was
unattended.
too. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There is a family who's missing a family member. You have no word to say, no announcement, no accountability, correct?
I'm sorry for the families of anyone who's been lost to such a tragic event.
Really? You shouldn't be saying that to us. You can tell them yourself.
You
I'm
would
also going to
care for me
guess,
to...
since you think this experiment was such a success, that you haven't just given up on it entirely. Sounds like you put a lot of work into this.
Maybe I have.
And you just
How
brought
would
it
you
all
know?
to a stop when this happened? Never to be touched on again?
Never.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to make that insight check, too.
Insight!
Oh, I have good insight too when I rolled decently, which I didn't. So
Aww.
Yeah, I'm making that
Um,
insight check, too.
that's a 4.
Yeah, babe. Wait, are we doing golf D? Low is good, right?
So first of all, Quinn.
I got a 5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you find his expressions to be unemotional and very hard to read.
Hmm.
I thought you were going to say a high number, so I was going to save that, but
Nope. That's a solid 5 for me.
Well, a man like you likes to keep notes. I hope you won't mind me going through your office, and I'll leave the room and go search the house for the office.
Power play!
Damn.
he kind of stands up and shifts his chair back uncomfortably as you
Mr.
start
Garlow,
to...
I think we have a few more questions before you leave us here.
I will leave you in the hands of my very capable group whilst I go search.
How do you know which room you're going to?
You have time.
My friends have many questions.
Okay.
Unless you want to speed this
And,
up for the two of us.
Jackie, we're going to pull up a little map here.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Oh no.
Provided it loads and my computer doesn't quit like it has been doing.
We want it to load, not explode.
Yeah. Clean wraps like Will Smith.
Thank you.
Ooh, that hurt. Wow, that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take inspiration away from you for that one.
Everyone takes psychic damage.
Can you put my screen on blank for my
It already is.
map sharing? Okay. Because it is
Please
doing a
hold
thing.
for technical
So-
difficulties.
Why you adjourn from your chair and start walking around. There are 3 rooms on the so if you were facing from walking in the door facing the table, there are 3 rooms to your left. There are 2 rooms and a separate open dining space to the right.
Mhm.
It looks like this house is fit for guests, or at least fit for people to be here. And as you look around, you see 3 rooms. On the left, 2 of which are large, one of them is smaller. And one of the rooms on the right has an open door, and as you peer inside, there is a library, and there is one more of those little mechanical creatures kind of uh, organizing books in the little library. The other space, the door is also open. There is yet another table with a series of chairs. It looks to be like a leisure space, and there is another drone kind of picking up some things, sweeping.
Is there any like obvious kind of desk space, or is there an upstairs that I can see, or is it all one floor?
Judging from the outside of the building, this is one floor.
Okay. I will go.
Jack, you can share.
Already on it.
I'll go and ask the drone in the library. I shall say, your master has told me where to go and look in the office. Would you mind showing me to where his journals are kept?
It looks at you, says nothing, and keeps doing its job. You get the sense that it did not understand what you said.
That's understandable. I guess I will have a look through the shelves. See if I can find journals.
Through the bookshelves?
Yeah, or just if there's no obvious kind of journals, I'll look for what would constitute the office for this place.
Okay. So you don't... Through these couple of rooms that you've been in, you don't see an obvious office. You see these bookshelves are filled with... Go ahead and roll an investigation check in the library, we'll say.
Oh, it's crap. It's a 5.
5?
Yeah.
A lot of these books don't have like titles on their bindings, and it's a daunting task to like try to pick out every single one of them. The few that you do pick out reference some older forms of re-education. You don't see anything really suspicious.
Okay. He seemed very shifty though when I talked to him, so I'll just go have a look in the other rooms whilst everyone else is asking questions.
All right. Any questions for Mr. Garlow?
I have one.
Stand there and look intimidating.
I have one.
And I'm going to stand there and actually look intimidating.
Would you happen to have a list of policies that are enacted by the employees of your facility?
At the facility, sure.
So, you were the supervisor. What is a step-by-step re-education curriculum supposed to look like for most people who attend your facility?
Oh, dear. Well, they are admitted comfortably. Then, given personal space to time to reflect, they would be first involved in counseling sessions where they would be able to talk about their ongoing insubordination. Then we would use psychological strategies to try to remotivate them through giving them a sense of purpose, and he kind of pauses for a bit.
And
keeping them part of the workforce.
Really, did any of those methods require restraint or cages?
Certainly, yes.
Really? Under what circumstances?
under the circumstance that someone would become violent or aggressive. We don't want people to be hurt.
It's interesting because while we were in there, I didn't see any cots or comfortable rooms that you speak of. We only found a cell block.
As you say that, his demeanor kind of shifts a little bit. His eyes start to, narrow. I get this sense that you continue to insinuate that these methods were not the proper way. So, any advice on how you would do it?
Oh, we're way past insinuating there, friend.
Firstly, I would start by accommodating these people that you feel the need to re-educate with proper living conditions. I wouldn't imagine that you would like to be comfortably admitted to a place that you had no intention of being in a jail cell. I don't think that would be something that you would like to be in, so what would I?
Go ahead and roll an insight check for me. All four of you can do it since you're all sitting here and probably watching.
That's a 1.
Damn.
14.
11.
16.
Damn.
Oh, good. Yes.
14. Who rolled the 16?
I did.
You notice that when Hush says proper living conditions and then says jail cell, his eyes become narrower and his demeanor becomes a little bit angrier, more tense.
You don't like where this is going, do you?
Did we strike a nerve?
I'm not exactly sure where this is going. I would very much just like to be in my home eating lunch. What's done is done.
Really?
Speaking of going, I wonder what would happen if we were to go to the other facilities. Huh. Wonder how that would go.
Go right ahead.
Permission.
Sure, what do
I
I
have another
care?
question for you. When you barricaded the cellar and fled the scene, were there other people still down there in those cells when you left? Locked up?
Yes.
Did you inform the families of those people?
I don't know the families.
You didn't bother to learn them, did you?
Didn't have time.
I don't believe you.
Do you want to roll for insight?
Yep.
Or you just don't believe him?
I mean, I don't believe him regardless.
It was your only job. I can't imagine
Roll
what
insight
else.
anyway.
Okay. That's cocked. 20.
20.
Ooh, nice.
Your heart doesn't believe him? His face and body language suggests that he genuinely did not know the families and did not have time to learn.
But you did know that you did leave people behind in that facility, correct?
I'm wondering if he even sees them as people.
Fair question.
He begins to go quiet.
Oh, no. When I ask you a question, you are inclined to answer. Be aware that your silence implicates you of guilt just as much as you being able to run your mouth. So, at least answer honestly.
Okay. I will answer honestly that I am not the villain here. That what I do makes your city tick.
Oh, is this one of those greater good things?
Or just deflection of guilt and responsibility that's also on the table.
Let's go with greater good.
Of course. So if you're not the one to blame for what happened in that facility, who is?
Perhaps the people who decided those facilities were necessary in the first place hired someone like me.
Who
Oh, and
didn't object at all.
now,
You
now we're just
participated
following
in.
orders.
What was that, Adam?
I said now we're just following orders.
Was it not under your own orders then that it was barricaded and the facility emptied of its employees, but not the rest of the people in there? Or did that come from someone else?
No, that came from me.
I have a question for
Ryan.
you, sir.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Do you feel bad about your decision?
Look,
It's a yes or no
Good start.
answer.
Good start.
I feel bad for the circumstance, the things that people went through, and the things that they had to endure.
Did you feel bad about what they had to endure, or the fact that you got caught? Your silence speaks volumes.
I suppose.
I asked an or question. You can't just use I suppose to apply to both. Which one did you feel bad about?
Both.
Oh, you poor, benevolent, misled cretin.
Well, unless you find something implicating or can tell me another way to do things, I'm not very certain I see the purpose of you being in my home.
Oh, we're far past finding implicating evidence.
We
We've
already
moved
have it.
beyond that.
But speaking of that, maybe I'll go give Ryan a hand, and I'll get up and start to go help Ryan look around.
All right, Ryan. The next room you were looking in was the living area, the parlor area.
Mhm.
Make an
Sure.
investigation check. Faye, did you want to take on another room?
Yeah, I'm assuming I probably out of the corner of my eye saw the rooms he went into, so I'll go into one of the other ones, see if I can find anything.
It's a 21.
21.
Damn.
You find that there is a cabinet. And as you open the cabinet, you find pictures of people. Pictures of Mr. Garlow, but also interpretations and paintings of other people.
Do I know who these people are? Can I see who they are?
You don't recognize them.
Mr. Garlow. Who are these pictures of?
Old friends. You notice that one of them is a child.
These the people that used to work with you in the facility, or outside of that? Please, your honesty is extremely important to Mr. Ornstein.
Faye, which room are you searching? This one or this one?
I'll go with the one on the left. Not that one. Yeah, there you go.
All right. Looks to be a kitchen area. There's a stove, some disposed scraps, a meal that was being prepared. Where is the Ryan? Here he is. And you were saying, Ryan?
I just want to know who these people are. Secrecy is beyond useless for you at this point.
Just old friends, as I said. Looks very uncomfortable.
I want to hear their names. Who are they?
Ryan, does a 20 hit your armor class?
Yes.
Mr. Garlow draws a dagger and throws it at you.
What?
And you take... Sorry, one of those is supposed to be a D4. You take 13 points of sneak attack damage.
Oh my goodness.
Are we in initiative order, or can I do something?
And all of
here?
you, I'm going to ask to... What was that? I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, are we already in initiative order, or can I do something here? But
that was a surprise attack, so
all right.
you're about to be in initiative.
Okay.
That is not the
And
right
he
answer.
draws a dagger,
I
and
didn't
as you see the person pull the dagger out and throw it, there's a brief flash, like a split second, where this Mr. Garlow sort of just kind of becomes this like dark gray creature with like these bulging muscles, and then shifts back into Mr. Garlow as he releases the dagger.
Oh shit.
And let's go ahead and initiative.
Oh god.
Oh,
All right,
wait,
I'm
hold
not
on.
rolling the dice that I've
Ryan!
been rolling so far because that has not been good.
Did we want to do
Fucking hate going
intermission first?
Yes, let me take initiatives first,
Gotcha.
and then we'll do initiative. And then we'll do intermission.
Intermission.
Intermission initiative.
Mission initiative.
Right, so Quinn?
I rolled a natural 20 for a 24.
Oh boy.
I don't
Is that
wanna
the
go
second time
first.
you've rolled a nat 20 on initiative?
I don't remember if I rolled a nat 20 last time or if I just rolled really, really high, but I know that I rolled high last time too. I hate it. I hate this.
Mickey?
19.
Jesus, you guys. Ryan?
Continuing my tradition of single digits, I rolled a 9.
Oh, it's not a 0 at least.
It's not a 0 this time, yeah.
Hush.
21.
Wow.
Damn it, so close.
Faye?
I know.
13.
That's
Okay.
not bad.
Mickey,
All right.
It's
Where's
not
Mickey,
Potion.
what is your dex bonus?
+2.
+2.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so we'll take our little 5-minute breather, and we'll be back as we enter this surprise combat,
Oh boy.
as you have been ambushed.
All right.
We good.
Okay, so you guys see this person throw a dagger at Ryan. It kind of slams into your shoulder and causes you to lurch back a little bit. And Quinn, you're up first.
All right. So seeing this, she's going to start to go for the rapier at her side and kind of get out of her chair a little bit. But she is going to watch and wait for an opening. In other words, I'm going to hold my action until someone is in range of him.
Yeah.
Okay, you're holding an action until a party member is in range.
Yes.
All right. You won't be able to move with your held action, right?
That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I know how to play D&D, guys. It's fine.
That's okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that. All right. So forget that. I will just go attack him. So I will
You're gonna
leap out of my chair. You know what? I'm going to leap up onto the table. And try to stab this guy.
You rush over to him on the table and you take a strike with your rapier. Roll for your attack.
All right. We're not using that dice anymore. No, I rolled a 2 plus 6, so nope.
8 does not hit, unfortunately.
All right, cool. She's gonna miss with that one. She's gonna pull out the dagger at her thigh and try to stab him with that instead.
Okay. Roll another attack.
Okay, that's better. That is a 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Not much damage because it's only a dagger. 7 points of piercing damage.
Not bad.
Nice. 7 points of damage. As he kind of dodges out of the way of the first strike, you see his form shift a little bit again, revealing a strange gray creature underneath, and quickly shifts back into Mr. Garlow, and then you come around to the other side where he kind of dodged to and meet him with your dagger right in the side of the rib cage.
Do I feel the impact, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Just making
You
sure.
stabbed into a creature.
Okay. And that'll be my
Next.
turn.
Great. Next up is Hush.
Okay. So she's gonna start charging right at him, and she's going to lunge with her short sword.
Do it.
Ryan, permission to punch him in the mouth.
Keep him alive.
Alright, fine. Where's everything? Okay. No, hold on, I rolled the wrong thing. Oops. Okay. 25 to hit.
Yes.
Cool.
Roll for sneak attack.
Beautiful. Okay. So, one of those. And
It was 10 damage, I should say. Total for the sneak attack.
All right. And your second hit also hits.
Nice.
For 9 damage. Nice, as you're quickly slashing and getting the better of him, flanking with Quinn, as Quinn met him at the side with the dagger. he lurches, and you take that opportunity and rush in and just come through with both short swords and stab him through the same point in the rib cage. He's gonna now has 3 open wounds and is bleeding. His blood is black, as it's kind of like dripping down his cloak. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Hush. Can't hear you.
Oh?
There we
Yes.
Hello.
There you go.
Yeah, you guys are having a tough time hearing me, but that's been the case for a while now. Nothing to do with you guys, it's just my equipment. So, she's going to take that opportunity to, back away, to 30 feet. Yeah, we're gonna back away 30 feet.
Okay. He will take an opportunity attack against you.
Nope, I have the mobile feet.
Oh. Okay.
He will do nothing then.
He will not.
There is nothing better than telling a DM, nope.
Nope.
All right. So, are you staying in this main area, or are you like going into a room?
No, I'll stay in the main area. That's fine.
Come on. Oh my god. I am gonna lose my mind. Hold on one sec.
Yep.
God, I wish y'all could hear this awesome music I got playing.
I know. I wish I could hear it. I always have the stream up on my phone, but I have it muted, so.
There we go. That ends your turn?
That ends my turn.
All right. Mickey, you're up next.
I would like to take a second and just look around. Are there other things that are hostile in the room besides this shark?
The creature, not creature, the little contraption is approaching you with a dagger.
Okay. I am going to make a sign in front of my chest, and I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Oh my god, okay. This armor, this like frozen armor just surrounds your body.
And I am going to take... if I take a step back, will I take an attack of opportunity? Or is it not engaged yet? I will, okay. Then I'm going to stay where I am, and I am just going to use one of my healing light die pool for Ryan
Okay.
as a bonus action.
As you look over and what does your healing light look like?
I just extend a hand out, and my hand kind of glows a little bit, and some small wounds that Ryan has just kind of close up a little bit.
Actually, as the wound closes slightly, it pushes, like the skin coming back together, pushes the dagger out. It ting ting on the floor.
You heal for 3.
Nice. Thank you.
Yep, and that's my turn.
All right. Next up, it is the Mr. Garlow's turn. Noticing the person and the situation that they are in, going to make 2 slam attacks against Quinn.
Here we go
First
again.
is 11 to hit
Misses. What is my-
and 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits just a little bit.
What the hell?
That was a really good roll.
Wasn't a natural 20, though.
So that's 9 points of damage.
Jesus
As the creature swings back, you see one of the arms turn into this gray, muscly arm that looks a little longer than it was when you saw it just in humanoid form, and it just smashes into you, kind of hits your leg, you spin around, and you have a contusion on your leg now. And it's gonna try to make moves.
If it moves anywhere away from me, I will take an attack of opportunity on it.
Yeah, I'm also.
Oh boy. Okay.
Because I have 10 feet reach.
All right. Well, go ahead and
Yeah.
attack of opportunity for Ryan, because I don't know if he
Oh,
sentinels
well,
the creature. Then
I don't have
Yeah.
Sentinel, and I rolled a nat 1, so I'm not hitting him.
we've talked about sentinel so much that I just assume.
You just assume we all have it at this
Just
point.
assume that, yeah.
I did just roll a natural 20 on my attack roll, though.
What? That's what we call
right.
payback, baby.
Yeah. What's the... I think it's a D8 for the rapier. I just want to make sure. Okay. 2 D8s. Oh, okay, not bad. Plus 4, so math real quick. 15 points of slashing damage.
Holy crap!
Nice.
Rogue hit hard.
He is looking
And where do you think
Kind-
you're going?
kind of hurt. He just
Keep him
You
alive!
do not know. You just do not know as he's rushing away.
I kind of wave my hand at Ryan.
Faye, you're up.
All right.
You are in this room, and you saw Ryan get hit with a dagger, and then just a bunch of commotion.
Okay. I am going to rush out of the room. I'm going to go rush 15 feet up, north, however you want to phrase it.
15 feet up.
Yep. I am in the middle of the table. I am going to summon Old Tentacly.
Okay.
Pop that one
I'm
up.
just going to pretend it's there because my computer's freaking me out.
Oh, quite all right.
The chandelier begins to rain. Like it gathers water and begins to rain into a pool that's right underneath it, and a tentacle just springs forth from that pool.
And it is officially canon established that that baby is hot pink. So I am going to try to schmack down on Mr. Soon-to-be Deadlow with a tentacle.
Okay.
Keep him alive.
How about an 18? How does that feel?
18 hits.
Nice. Then he is going to take 2 point. Wait, it adds my charisma modifier. Nah. Yeah, it takes
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. And his speed is going to be reduced by 10 feet. So he's now got a 20-foot speed. That's my bonus action. So I'm gonna thrust the hand out, chant some horrible stuff, and I mean, Eldritch Blast. Like, what else are you gonna do? That would be dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice. Then it's another 8 points of damage. I will, as the Eldritch Blast hits him, the tentacles are going to kind of grip him and pull him 10 feet closer to me. So he's right back next to Quinn. And I'm going to drop his speed another 10. So his speed's been reduced by 20.
Okay. As the
How very
tentacle
kind of you.
smashes in and kind of wraps around him, you see Faye utter these horrible eldritch words and Eldritch Blast. How do you want to do it?
No,
Oh.
lethally.
I will say, is there a way I can, like, have the tentacles, like, grab him and just, like, as they pull, like, bang his head on the ground to, like, knock him unconscious and not try to kill him horribly?
Roll a medicine check.
Oh, that's a skill that I'm highly trained in. It's a 9?
A 9. Doof. The tentacle smashes the head into the table. As it does, it leaves a pool of blood underneath. Looking at that pool of blood, you're not sure whether the creature is alive or dead. But as
Has
its
the-
head bangs off the table, you see the appearance of Mr. Garlow shift, and it just becomes this gray, gangly creature. These bright, beady yellow eyes that kind of like fade down and out.
Since he's right next to me, I'm gonna kneel down and check. Or are we still in initiative order?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if the thing stopped attacking when this guy went down. Never mind. I don't do that.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Ryan, you're up.
I see the one going for Mickey. The dagger's on the floor. My chest is still a bit messed up. Go, oh, it's fine, whatever. I'll bonus action Misty Step behind the one that's attacking Mickey. Their eyes flare again, and Ryan appears right behind him. He's gonna go with his pike, see what he can do. That's an 11.
Like that. 11 does not hit. The creature is too small as you try to shove your pike, and it kind of, you actually miss the attack.
And I'm angry. I'm real angry at this, so I'm gonna action surge. I want to hit this thing. I want to stop it from attacking Mickey.
All right.
Oh wow! I rolled another natural 1, so I'm not hitting him at all.
That's not what I thought you were gonna
You are
say, dude.
not having a good night.
This is fun.
You get really mad, and in your burst of anger, you kind of like smash the butt of the pike down on the ground to show your presence. And as you try to pull it up, the pike, you smashed all the way through the wooden floor, and the pike is stuck in the wooden floor, and it takes you your action to move it out.
This will make it easier for us to explain. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh.
All right. Next up, I assume you're done. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's all I've got.
Oh boy.
Next up are these creatures. This one is going to move and attack Hush with a dagger. Stop doing that, you bastard. Computer program.
The whole room shifts as Hush is swallowed.
I love how the lighting keeps. You know, we got all these. We
I
got
know,
like disco lights going on in here.
It's a light show, guys.
Every house is a haunted house.
It's 30 feet. Okay. Come on.
Oh boy, I wonder where that one in the top is going to go.
All right, so we're going to be making attacks against Faye, Hush, Ryan, and Mickey.
Oh boy.
Oh, they can ranged attack? Oh no.
Oh, there's not supposed to be 5. I must have inputted one of them twice. But nevertheless, I will go clockwise, starting with Faye. This one's going against you. It is a javelin attack as it raises one of its arms and fires a javelin off at you.
Of course it does. Of course it does. And here's a
It's
20.
9 to hit.
A 9?
9.
That's a miss. Holy.
This one is going against Mickey. That's 22.
Yeah, that hits. Is it the one that's next to me making a melee attack?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yes. So as it hits you with its javelin, you take 10 points of damage. That was a max damage roll.
Yeah, that hurt.
10 points of piercing damage as it. It dabs you with a dagger.
Okay, it takes 5
Right
points
into-
of cold damage.
And 5 is enough to destroy the creature as the coal just bursts forth and just explodes the creature backwards, scattering all the parts onto the ground. The parts turn to dust.
I just whisper very quiet,
It leaves-
thank you.
It leaves behind a small dagger and essentially arm javelin.
Hmm.
Against Ryan, natural 2, which I don't think is going to hit.
Nope.
As it ting, fires a javelin, and you just take your pike and swat it down.
Bam.
And against Hush, that will be 17.
Oh no, I think that did hit. It did!
No.
So here's your dagger attack. So that's 9 points of damage.
Alright.
And these creatures are just autonomously hostile. Top of the round. Quinn, you're up.
Oh boy. All right. So still sitting on top of the table. She's going to see these things coming from every direction, and she's going to. Which one should I go for? She's going to throw a dagger at the one by Hush.
At the one by Hush?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay. And Hush is within range, so it's a sneak attack if I hit, which I might not. 13?
13 does not hit. It's a
Damn.
small target as you throw it and just miss.
All right. Then. All right. She will pull out her other dagger and try to throw it at the other one up at near the top of the room, the one that attacked Faye.
Okay.
That is a little bit better. That is a 15.
15 just hits.
Okay.
I knew you liked me.
Oh. Okay. Well, I rolled out of my box, but it's fine. 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage. As you throw the dagger, it flips across the room and slams into the eye of the creature and just scatters the parts across the floor.
Nice. You know, I'm going to stay on top of the table. I have a good vantage point.
Okay. You just continue to stay on top of the table, just looking back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Hush, you're up.
I'm going to try and attack this little bugger in front of me.
Do it.
No, a 12.
12 misses.
Alright, she is going to use her bonus action to try again. 16.
16 hits.
That's actually just 3 points of damage, unfortunately.
It's just 3?
Yeah, I can't apply my modifier to my second weapon attack. I rolled a 3.
Why not?
That's just the rules for
Two-weapon fighting?
weapon fighting. Yep.
Okay. It sidestepped your first attack, and the second one, you come down and you cleave the javelin arm off of the creature. It is not dead.
Alright, even so, she's gonna back up 40 feet next to whoever that is. I can't tell who that is, but
This is another one of those creatures.
oh, okay. So we're gonna go toward the other dining room table, further up.
This way?
Yep,
All right. That ends your go?
that ends my go.
Mickey.
All right. Seeing what Faye did, I'm just gonna nod and be like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. And I'm gonna cast my own Eldritch Blast at the one that Hush just hit.
This one. Okay.
23.
23. Roll damage.
That is 7 points of damage.
All right. You unleash. How do you want to destroy the creature?
I just want like a blast of golden light to come out of my hand and just shoot at it, and it's gonna like impact the clockwork creature and then just cause it to explode.
As the light continues to like gather, as you create this connection of light between your hand and the creature, it glows with this light and glows with this light, and then just kind of softly blows up.
I like it.
Nice.
And then I will use another die from Healing Light on Quinn. You heal 4.
Thank you.
And I'm just going to stay right where I am.
Awesome. You see the creature's head still pooling with blood, and it looks like the creature is bleeding out. Faye, you're up.
Okay. We're going to start with there's going to be like a horrendous sound, like sucking sound, like as the tentacle sinks down, and it's going to pop up right next to the last little bugger over there. And
All right.
we're going to go with another tentacle attack roll, which 17.
That hits.
Nice. And 7 points of cold damage.
All right. It is time to finish this. What do you do?
Since it's cold damage, the tentacle is going to like wrap around the creature, and just like the toothy suckers on it are just going to start like emanating cold that slowly starts spreading over the body. And it just is going to like fall to pieces as I flash freeze it, basically.
Right. You flash freeze it, and then eventually it crumbles into bits. That takes us out of initiative.
I'm gonna run over to Mr. Garlow, tie his hands up, tie them to his feet, and then say, "Hey, Mickey,
I'm on
maybe
it.
just give this one a heal so he doesn't die."
Yep, I'll run over and use Healing Hands to restore 2 hit points.
And yeah, I'll
Points?
ask Quinn to fetch me the dagger that he threw at me, and I'll just hold it to his throat the whole time.
I want to go collect my own daggers as well that I threw. So I'll just go picking up all the daggers around the room.
Mhm.
Pass one over to Ryan.
All right. You guys collect the daggers back to your sides. The creature does not resume the form of Mr. Garlow as it pops its head up, touches its head, it's bloody. You hear a different voice. You just have no idea. No idea what they do.
Hoodoo. What hoodoo?
And I'm going to head over and I'm going to like kneel down next to him and be like, "Listen, buddy, friend, just tell us, what do they do?" And again, I'm going to try to cast Charm Person on the second hostage we've taken.
Okay. What's the save for Charm Person?
After we
Wisdom
just tried to
saving
murder
throw.
him.
DC 14. Listen, it's going to work one of these times, okay?
Wisdom save?
Why don't you try doing that
Wisdom save.
before we try murdering them sometime?
I didn't know he was going to try to murder us.
Honestly, it's okay. I feel great right now. That turned out exactly how I wanted it to.
He does have advantage if we are
Does
fighting
the
him.
specific wording in Charm Person?
Oh, you're lagging again, RJ.
I'm sorry, I'm losing a little bit of connection here.
No,
Does
it's
the specific No.
I think it's an ask, does it specify that they're under the
Does
charm
the specific
effect?
wording for charm person say humanoid?
Yes, it does say humanoid.
I knew that was coming.
Damn it. Damn it. It's got arms and legs and a head. Humanoid.
Oh no.
The creature would have failed this save. But it is not. It is not a humanoid. So you find your spell take no effect.
Do we recognize what kind of creature this is? Is this something that we've seen?
For you, and maybe only for you, go ahead and
Yep.
roll a nature check.
Oh boy. It's probably not good. I don't remember what my nature is. Oh, +5 to nature. 12.
12?
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't know.
All right.
There's this grayish creature with arms and legs that once looked like somebody else.
Your other form, how do you get it back?
They were
You weren't like this.
experimenting. I had to get him. I had to put him away.
You killed Mr. Garlow,
So
and you took his form.
Yes.
That's why you didn't know who those people were.
I don't know who they are.
when's the last time you
If it appeases you, he was an arsehole.
Oh, if you did it even an iota of a correct way of measuring how he was, then yes.
Well, I don't know him. I can't speak to him, but you tried to kill us, so you're kind of an asshole too.
And why try to defend him if you didn't agree with his methods? Why try to make us believe
wasn't
that you
defending
did those
him.
things?
I was defending my domicile. I have a
What
feeling
is
I'm
it?
lagging again.
Yeah, you are like
A little, yeah.
A little. Yeah, it's okay.
defending your what?
Domicile. So what experiments did they put us
It
through?
is mine.
What were the experiments?
I'm gonna call just a second little 5-minute intermission while I sort this out because this is not
Sure
going
thing.
well. Give me a moment.
You good.
Not a problem.
BRB.
Is that easy enough?
Let's jump back into it.
We're back. Hello.
All right,
Hey.
back to
Hello.
this.
All right, let's do this.
I
Try
am
this again.
technology stupid, so that's
No,
what happened.
you're fine.
So this creature is talking to you. It has told you that it essentially killed the supervisor and took on its form and its home.
How long ago? How long has he been dead for?
I would say it was about 70 or 80 suns ago.
Oof.
And what was the purpose exactly of pretending to be him? Did you have a plan long term, or were you just going to live out your life as this piece of shit?
He was wealthy. I wanted his riches. I worked as labor. Destitute.
I'm gonna insight check that. Is that really the only reason was greed? 18.
18?
Yeah.
You get the sense that it's part of the reason, yes. But
I mean,
based on what that last statement said, you would think that he was probably a client to that asylum.
oh.
Yeah. Hush is going to approach. She's going to sheath her sword and kind of kneel toward the creature and extend her hand and ask him, "What is your name, then?"
Hands and feet bound together. He
Yup.
shifts his wrist to go to shake your hand. My name was once Petrovi. I was a child before I became this.
A child. What kind?
Human.
Someone did this to you?
I mentioned probably Garlo. Did Garlo do this to you?
Though I want to tell you he did, it seems more hereditary. Since I don't know how this happened. After adolescence.
Can you take other forms? Like right now?
Can you take other forms right now? As he shifts into Ryan.
Whoa.
And talks like Ryan.
Can I tell the two apart?
Make a perception check.
Hell yeah.
Well, one is on the ground.
24. Like, are there
24?
any differences between the two? Or are they, like, virtually
Yes,
identical?
there are many differences. It seems like he hasn't had a lot of time to study Ryan. And hasn't gotten a full accurate depiction of how to represent him.
I'm just gonna, like, kneel down. I'm gonna, like, put my elbows on my knees, and I'm just gonna, like, look at him like this. Ryan doesn't talk like that. You got it wrong. He talks, like, way more without expression, and I'm not weird, you're weird. Like that.
I'm not weird, you're weird.
That's a little bit better, yeah.
So
You're the one who turned into me, so
All right,
I
my
feel that
turn.
you are the weird one.
My turn.
Mickey.
It takes a lot of It takes a lot of energy to do this.
He does have a head wound. Sorry about that, by the way.
I will need more healing or rest before I... Am I doing a good job of the voice?
You sound like one of the automatons that are at the front gate now.
I will need rest to complete a transformation into someone else.
Really? That's really disappointing. You've disappointed me.
Try. Hold on a moment.
Okay.
He shifts into a poorly represented Mickey.
And he falls unconscious.
He only got one of the eye colors right. There's like one green eye and one like yellow eye, like his own eye. My turn.
Yeah, that's a little flat. Also, your eye is wrong.
Hey,
But that's a good try. That's a good try. You know, you just keep trying, and I'm sure you'll get it eventually.
Are you like here to critique my transformation?
Yes, that's a lot better.
I don't want to kill this thing. Seems like he's had a lot of bad things done to him.
Yeah. I won't punch you in the mouth.
It's back.
Oh, RJ.
Oh, RJ.
Into Ryan.
What? Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
We should have been taking bets on how many times Ryan's computer would... Well,
Damn it, you're
RJ's
right.
computer, yeah.
That's you. No.
My computer's been fine.
Oh yeah, you're
Shocking.
I mean,
lady.
RJ is Ryan now, so.
RJ is Ryan now, yeah.
Ooh, yes.
Makes sense.
No, he's Mickey now, WC.
Yeah, he's Mickey.
No, he just said he switched back to Ryan.
Yeah, I think he said
all
he was
I
in the
heard was the
process.
word Ryan.
I only had 2 Ryan.
Yeah.
I think he said 14 points of damage to Ryan.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm sure that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please hold for technical difficulties.
I'm not putting it on the intermission screen again.
Oh, hell no.
That's fine.
They can
We
deal
can
with
chill.
us chit-chatting.
So how's everyone's day in the chat?
the nobody that
Yeah.
currently. I don't know.
How's
My
everyone?
stream kept freezing when I was trying to watch it, so I.
Hopefully you're all appreciating the strongest person in the group so far.
Flex your tentacles.
Flex
Arm
his
wrestle
tentacles.
time.
Oh, baby, I got most kills and least damage. I think that's how you win D&D,
Okay,
right?
this is the second combat. Calm down.
Just saying. So far, I'm 2 for 2 for no damage. Where's all that? Yeah.
No brakes on this train, you know?
Oh yeah, this tentacle train has one direction, and it's down everybody's throat.
Oh boy.
Things I'm not sure you can say on Twitch. What's the terms of service about?
It's fine. We got an admin on our side. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Mel will bail us out. Better not hope for that though.
Yeah. If not, then I'll just ask Liam.
Also that. Oh, we have 2 admins on our side.
Yeah, we have 2. I mean, Liam hasn't actually been in the stream, but we're on good terms, so like.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to publicly declare my love for Queen, because that is like so damn cool.
Oh yeah, let me look in the
emote.
the thing.
I know. I can't wait till we can get him on.
I have to look at my phone.
Twitch.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
I know, right?
That's so cute.
It's so cute.
We have what,
the little hair poking up on top.
Yeah, this emote is beautiful. I love these. This came out so good.
Hell yeah.
The Ryan one is so funny.
When you see the first two emotes, like the Ryan one, like really makes perfect sense in his clutch. That's what he's walking around with.
Yeah, all these are absolutely spot on. I'm happy with all of these.
I am so interested in what U2 is going to be. Like, I cannot wait.
Well, I roughly know what Quinn's is going to be.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's perfection again.
Is Quinn's going to be a deadpan look, or is hers going to be like this to go with your like sort of thing?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
Telling you anything.
Oh, is she a facepalm? Oh, is Quinn a facepalm? That would be perfect. Just
some weird typing noises.
It's me, I'm sorry.
It's me. You get some like infernal going on over there.
Oh yeah, I type in Infernal, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
well, as the current oldest person in the stream, I'll just go ahead and take over for RJ. We all hit level 3.
Woo!
Yes. All right.
What, you mean we didn't hit level 20?
And after leaving his mansion, we each find 14 crafting materials.
He did say he had a lot of riches.
And like 100 platinum.
Oh yeah.
Each.
Each. Oh yeah, each. Definitely each.
100% each.
Wow. I should.
Yeah, what do you think for Hush?
I actually have not. I should send her. I should send you.
You know, we should just have. So we should have this guy go back to being Garlo, right? Just keep pretending to be him. But now we have Black.
Yeah,
so
I'm not keen on talking to Ornstein about Andy in this.
Yeah, but we sort of need to go back with something.
I mean, they have no preference, whatever. If y'all are like, we should kill him, she's down. She has no care about this.
Now that there's more context, Hush does not want the smoke right now. She's actually very empathetic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, normally Faye would be on board with like keeping him alive, but like she can go either way. He did try to kill her, so like if y'all are like keep him alive, she'll be like, I don't know.
I think there's more of an avenue to look into here, so I think it makes sense to keep him alive because there's clearly something more happening here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, to be completely honest, like re-educational facilities, that's not good.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Yeah, that was
word.
bad.
That was like,
like,
okay,
there's
questionable.
no way to make that good.
That's a bit of a red flag there right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unless that's like the fantasy Rylae word for like vocational school or like community college.
No, think more like
what's the difference?
It's a state school.
Yeah, it's a university. That's what they just call them here.
All fancy words for prison.
Also, I didn't get to say it at the time, but I appreciate that Micah has the dice jail as well. It's like, you're not rolling well, you're staying.
You're going to timeout.
I should have done it, but you know.
Mm-hmm. That was on my super fancy like jade dice that was rolling like shit. And then I go to my resin plasticky ones and I got the natural, like 2 natural 20s on them. So
I mean,
these are the ones that I think Faye should have. It's the Undertow Wormwood.
I saw those. Yeah. I was like, God, I need to order them. They're only like $14.
Did order them.
I thought I did too. I ended up not fully completing the order, and then because I was like, why am I not getting this? And then I was like, oh, I guess I must not have finished it. Listen, I'm gonna order them, okay?
Eventually.
Also, I know we're on the intermission screen. Are we still?
Yeah, we can. They can still hear us.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
No gamer words.
No gamer words.
No gamer words.
Dogs barking.
Work.
It means Jason.
Ajay!
Poor RJ. Oh, speak of the devil.
And he shall
Hello.
appear.
Hey! Welcome back.
One sec.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Is there any way to do it without screen sharing?
You can, if you just turn it on and then turn it off again, like it'll still show up in the the Discord screen.
It will only show up for a period of time.
That's fine because we're probably gonna end soon. I would imagine.
Yeah,
Good thing.
at some point.
Hoping to get a little bit of battery life. I may have to get a new computer charger.
Wow. I mean, given the issue that you were having, doesn't really quite surprise me.
I'm just hoping one of the components didn't unsolder itself.
Ooh.
But we'll probably make the rest of the section a little bit shorter.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unless this is working really well and we'll just keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, you seem okay so far.
So far.
Mm-hmm.
I put the charger in the freezer. It cooled down really fast.
It's like putting it in timeout. You go in the freezer.
Go to the naughty
You're
step.
being bad.
Yeah, naughty chargers go in the freezer.
All right, can we go back on and try this?
Yep, we're
Yes.
good.
Yep.
All right.
All right, so you guys were having a conversation about not wanting to kill this fella.
Nope.
Preferably not. Things have changed.
Mm-hmm.
It shifts back into its normal form and just grips its head, winces. There's still blood.
We will leave you alone. I don't know what's best if you go back to being Mr. Garlow or if you want to try and find some other way, but you do have to report to whatever his name is.
Pennybrook.
Orenstein.
Ornstein.
About something.
Do we, though?
Well, we've got a reward
Do we?
coming if we do.
Mm-hmm. And he's expecting
So-
a follow-up.
Right.
He's expecting a follow-up. And
Right,
I'm not
but
gonna lie,
if we
probably
do
wouldn't
that-
be probably wouldn't be a great idea to get on the wrong side of the Rylae Insight group.
Oh,
You guys,
I have
when you
no
just
fear of getting
arrived,
onto the bad side of authority, but I don't know. So here's what I'm considering. Now that we know what we know, it's, if we tell him about this guy right here, Batrobi, what's going to happen to him?
Why exactly?
I murdered a member of the government, essentially. They'll have me killed.
Yeah, we don't particularly want that.
As far as I'm concerned, you put a stop to a complacent cog in the wheel of an otherwise very abusive system that was exploited by very less than favorable people.
Yeah.
So I'm not against, or I'm a little hesitant on getting back to Orenstein on this, or at the very least, making sure that Petrovi's existence is kept hidden, at least for now.
I mean, whatever we're gonna say, I wasn't gonna tell him about a shapeshifter who killed Mr. Garlow. I think that's particularly fruitful.
Yeah, I think so.
I can leave the city if you let me go.
Where would you go, though?
I don't know. Any suggestions? I grew up here.
You're gonna... That's tricky. Oh! I know one place where you can stay.
Go on.
I might be able to sneak you a small space in a no longer vacated tenements tower. Or tenements teacup, rather.
That's still in the city.
It's still in the city, right, but it's abandoned. It's completely unattended.
But
So
all
if
you
no
have
one's
to
going
do to
over there.
disappear, really, is just turn into someone else.
Or that.
No one, there's no reason necessarily you have to flee the city or go into hiding.
I will do this, what the furry one says.
If you just try and blend in, we went. Your secret's safe with us. Why?
Thank you. You are
Can
very
I release him?
kind people.
I mean, you did throw a dagger at me, but it's... I'll forgive you, don't worry. It's nice to have a shot every now and then. I mean,
she said
that was...
some words and slammed my head into a table.
That's all news to us as well.
Well, this was after the dagger throw.
You're
We're
right.
even. Let's call it
I
that.
attacked first. I was scared.
We understand, don't worry.
Yeah, I can't blame you for that.
Why don't you rest up for a bit? We'll go to Orenstein later today. Should give you time to rest up, and then get out, and you can assume me or Mickey's form or Dr. Garlow's form. Leave the house. Try and find someone else to take the form of. And then, I don't know.
You can get me space in the tower.
Yeah, you can meet up with Hush if you'd like.
Okay. Do you want to know where Mr. Garlow's remains are?
That would be nice.
It would be, yeah.
You can make up story about how he passed.
What we could do, if you get out of here rather quickly, we go back to Pennybrook.
Orenstein, yeah.
Yes. We tell him we spoke to you. It seemed a little suspicious. You may have picked up on our suspicion of you, so we suggest him sending someone over to take you in. You're already gone by that point. It looks like he fled, knowing he was guilty and knowing someone was onto him. They're now looking for a man that doesn't exist anywhere. They think he's on the run somewhere. They're not going to be looking for a shapeshifter. Send them on a wild goose chase while we look into these other matters.
Sounds like
Saves
a plan
us
that could
from
work.
trying to come up with a story about why he's dead.
Hey, Quinn, you can do the talking to Orenstein then.
I can try if you want me to.
Better than me at this stuff.
Hey, what'd you say your name was again?
Putravi.
Putravi. You
That's
hurt my
not at all
friends.
what I wrote down.
And that wasn't really cool. Are you sorry?
Yes, and I was scared.
Okay. Do you want to be friends?
I had friends as a child.
Do you want friends now?
Are you going to try to assimilate me back to the workforce?
No, I was gonna ask if you'd be willing to help me out with self-portraits.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
You're gonna use him as a...
We can be friends.
Cool.
That is freaking brilliant, Jackie.
Oh my god.
If you would want to go with your bait and switch idea, furry one, would you take me to the tower?
I sure can.
I will take on the form of someone I once knew.
Well,
Do I have permission to release his spines?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
she's
don't
going
think
to
he's
do
going
that.
to attack us again.
All right, so you cut his binds off?
Yep.
I'll just untie them. I tied them up so I can just untie them.
Ryan's
All right.
like, don't you cut my rope?
Yes, my rope.
Does 16 hit your armor class? I'm just
Oh
joking.
no!
I was gonna say, that's a troll. I can
Yeah.
see it in your face.
I caught that one, RJ. Usually you get me with those.
I'm
Fine.
slipping, man. I'm slipping. So you undo the binds, and the creature shifts into the form of a younger adolescent human male. Kind of handsome, shaved head, sun-weathered, like caramelly skin. And he says, "All right, then. We're gonna go to the new home of what?"
Hush, you lead the way for him. Everyone else, should we go to Ornstein?
True.
Should we,
Ornstein doesn't know about Hush, so...
I'd
Should we do
rather-
anything here to make it look a bit more like he fled? Maybe clean up the blood a bit and all the broken pieces of the
Yeah,
Yeah, we
drones
could
around.
probably do some cleaning up around here, maybe.
Is
Yeah,
there food still on
Yeah.
the table?
just snag a bread roll.
I think
Yes.
it'd be good to give it time anyway before we give it more make it more easier to believe that he had time to pack up and flee
Yeah,
if Ornstein decides to send someone right away after we speak to him.
I
That's a
mean,
good point.
if he's packing up and fleeing, do you actually want to pack up some things before you go to your new home?
Yeah, take whatever you want.
That way it'll actually look believable?
Okay.
Sorry. Oh, sorry about that. Forgot I was in this form. Okay. He starts to pack some of Dr. Garlow's things.
quick question. Do you know if there's any books about, I don't know, runes, magic, that sort of thing in his library?
I don't think so. Then again, I didn't go through his books all that often.
That's fine.
It's comfortable living here.
I'd like to take a look then, just in case.
I'll go help him out.
I'm going to
Alright.
start going through, like in the bedroom after he's packed up what he's going to take. I'm going to sort of like a couple little things, just tip something over, pull out a drawer a little bit, pull out the clothes so they're hanging out a little bit, make it look like someone went through in a hurry to pack
Okay.
up.
Why don't you roll... I'm going to call that investigation
Okay.
for creating a scene.
Not super great. Investigation is okay, +5. 12?
12? I think 12 is good enough to make it look like someone left in a hurry. As you pull some of the drawers out, pull some of the stuff off of shelves, create some empty spaces, and get this place looking
Slightly tall.
like someone fled. Yes.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'd like to go through the library and see if I can find any books on
Both of you can roll investigation.
runes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, that
This
was
is
a
not your
9.
night.
Nice,
Ooh.
you guys.
It is not my night. It's surprisingly good for me.
Yeah, you rolled 2 natural ones, didn't you?
Yep.
Faye?
Oh yeah, I did so much. I got a 7.
Um,
I'm lucky
as I
that
said
found
before,
books.
this task feels daunting. The books don't have, many of them do not have titles on the side or anything like that. So as you're looking through them, you're not you're pulling them out one by one, realizing how much time it's taking, and just seeing like medical, like psychology journals and stuff like that. And
I think
nope.
I need to find a better library than this. That's fine.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to do the thing while you're in the home?
I'm just gonna eat the food that's on the table and like just sketch.
All right.
Tasha's
Why
gonna
did
help patrol back up.
I'll also clean up the blood at some point because that should probably be done.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll consider that as part of your old investigation check as you continue to get some rags and wipe up the blood. You guys really are covering up a crime scene right now. Yeah, you do a fairly good job. It could be surmised if someone was to see the little blood stains that are left, that someone left in such a hurry that they banged their knee on the table and cut themselves.
Well,
And what would you like to sketch, Mickey?
I'm just gonna try and draw what Petravi like normally looks like.
Do you want him to shift into?
No, that's okay because it seems exhausting for him, so I'm just gonna let him pack and do his thing, and I'm just gonna, munch on the stuff that's on the table and idly sketch.
All right. So roll with your painter supplies.
Oh boy. Proficiency plus dex, right?
Yes.
Is that a 1 or a 7? That's a natural 1.
we have rolled well tonight.
You've never seen anything like him before, and it's hard to actually put it into a. You're not doing too great with your perspective.
Yeah, I guess my arm kind of hurts a little bit still. Ow.
It's fine.
But I did send you guys a picture of what he does actually look like.
Ooh.
In case you were wondering, actually what he is.
Looks like just a clay guy. He looks like he's made of clay. Interesting.
Yeah.
He is a doppelganger.
Yeah.
So this escapade of covering a crime scene, drawing some pictures, trying to read some books that you're having trouble reading, comes to a close, and he gets ready to. He's got things packed. He's got a little stick with a bandana tied around it with some possessions in it.
God. Of course he does.
And he gets ready for his venture. Righto. Cheerio.
All right. Let's get
Sure,
ready
we'll be
for the
seeing you around.
If you ever want a portrait person to help, we're friends now, and thank you all very much. Please do not let them assimilate me back into the workforce. I'd rather be dead.
We'll do our best.
Noted.
All right, so you guys leave. Hush, you begin leading him to the tower, to Teneman's teacup.
Mhm.
It is the middle of the afternoon, just so you know.
Can I actually go with them?
Yeah.
Cool.
So you go with Hush, and the three of you go to Ornstein?
Yep,
Yep.
I guess so.
Great. I think we're going to leave it at that tonight. My computer does not have battery life left to continue doing this, and I gotta fix some stuff before next week.
Oh, yeah.
Also, so whoever decided to view this, sorry about the technical problems today, but also we appreciate that you stopped by to see what kind of D&D shenanigans we were up to. Thanks for the support, and have a great week. Until next time.
See y'all
Bye.
later.
Good
See you guys.
night.
Bye.